Didn't we just like land here yesterday too for that one Miramar match? Yo, Evan, thanks for that sub button, dude. We're almost to 33,000 YouTube subs. Appreciate you, buddy. Rats. Probably not the best long range weapon I can find. Hey, there we go. It's actually a better long range weapon. Going prone. What? Where'd he go? Are you gonna be jumping over to the new Battlefields when it comes out, John? Because you know they're talking about releasing it as early as this October or at the latest next March. Like right around the corner. I love barrel, but I can't control any recoil tips. Yeah, I have a whole video specifically about the barrel and how to control recoil and the best attachments for it. I'd recommend giving that a watch and jump into the training mode and test out those attachments that I recommend and see which one fits you the best. What the hell? Didn't even have a helmet. How'd that M16 not kill him, huh? That M16 was one shot to the head with no helmet. I guess he was right out of the kill range. You leaning little bot. How's it like walks directly behind this freaking satellite and stops. I wish I had map knowledge like bots do. Where'd that bot just run to? Is it here? Oh, there it is. Hey, it hit him. God, look at the freaking zorps they do. You know, one thing I really hope they address. Oh my god, they're making the bots do the wiggle thing too. Is the crouch slide crap that they do now? Like it's obviously a bug exploit, and PUBG knows about it. Like we reported it to them a lot on the partner Discord, but they haven't announced any official stoppage of that bug exploit. So I really do wonder if they're gonna do that. Stop it. I mean, yo, Boom, thanks for hitting that sub button, dude, helping us get to 33K. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm a sucker. I used to be a sucker for those OG IP franchise releases. I'd pre-order all of them. I've changed my ways and I will not pre-order the new ones. I just won't. So it needs to drop. I'll buy it. Okay. But I'm not going to pre-order it. I'll even buy it on release day. But I will utilize the Steam return feature, like whatever the first 72 hours is or whatever that return feature is, if it's crap. I'm not just gonna give them my money knowing damn well I'm not gonna play the game for more I'm not gonna play the game for more than 2 days because it's a shitty launch and stuff, you know. God, how do I even attach on this thing? Like, god damn, this thing is freaking bouncy, dude. I'm prone and this thing is still all over the place. Yeah, the slide cheese thing is so cringe. It's the same way I feel about the you know, like where they can like crouch and stand up at the same time essentially. So like the player model doesn't do the animation. He just like appears up and down, appears up and appears down. Stuff like that in the game I feel like is so cringy when it's obviously like an exploit. And I know you kind of have to like, you have to draw the line somewhere, and that line might be different for everybody. Like for me, I guess the line at where I draw skill gap versus like game bug exploit is stuff like reload canceling for weapons. I feel like that is a kind of a staple in FPS shooters where you know, you can cancel the reload to increase the animation speed, essentially. Like if you pick up a gun, when you reload it and that number on the bottom changes from 0 to whatever the number of the ammo is, you can cancel that animation and pull the gun back out to be able to shoot the gun, you know, half a millisecond faster. Like we're talking like, you know, small amounts, but there's little things like that that I feel like are acceptable and kind of like known skill gap things for FPS games. It's like universal across all FPS games. But stuff like that, you know, you hit a couple buttons a certain way and the server doesn't know how to communicate the animation to the enemies, so I could just make sure a character looks like he's sliding like a freaking dolphin. Or you do that one like I was just saying, the crouch one, where like you kind of just appear, you just boom, you're standing up, like stuff like that. I'm like I could see you can make the argument like, oh well, it's just everyone can do it, so it's just a matter of learning how to do it, you know, doing it properly. But I don't know, to me I just feel like that's borderline cheese, you know. That boy's spinning out. Yeah, run to your death, bot. This guy gotcha. Where is he? Oh, not the sandstorm, man. Cue the Darude music. Yes, if I do like this, if I reload and then as soon as a number engages, I cancel it like that. I feel like that is something you can min-max. You know, I could understand how a casual, very casual player sees that and goes, that's cheesy. That's try hard. I would understand that. And so like I'm kind of taking that in context with what I'm saying about the, you know, the lean peek thing and the crouch slide thing is like anyone can do it. And just because you're not willing to try hard enough to learn that keybind trick or whatever, like you call it cheesy. But I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it. Is it just me, but is he like always on these? Yeah, well, I was just making a comment about it. So whenever I drop Miramar, especially if I'm doing solo FPP shenanigans when there's a lot of bots in the lobby, and I don't really want to like sweat the game, I just want to play and have fun. My favorite thing to do is land on the crane up here, try to get like a sniper and just snipe people until I get third partied. When I play PUBG, I play to have fun. And oh, to me that's one of the funnest ways to play PUBG. There's like long range snipes and stuff. It reminds me of the OG Battlefield days. Wait, too many targets now. Okay, what's he doing? You know the ones I'm talking about, right? Where you get the bolt action, you get the suppressor, you put the bipod down. That motherfucker's Jason Bourne. Under that ridge. This guy gonna just bolt me in the face, do you think? I feel like he's gonna get tired of me doing this. Oh, nice little ridge. He's just gonna get tired of me doing that and just pop me in the freaking face. All right. Whee. Yeah, we don't have any details about PUBG 2, bud. So you're asking about like, oh, my computer run it and all that stuff. Literally nobody knows. We don't know what the specs are going to be, what the minimum requirements are going to be. We don't know none of that stuff. Whee. My assumption, if you just kind of want to get a head start on that discussion, would be to look at something like the game called The Finals. Take a look at that game. See what the minimum spec requirements are. And if your computer can run that, I think it's pretty safe to say you'd be able to run PUBG 2, because those are both going to be FPS Unreal Engine 5 games. Yo, Bass, thank you so much for the Prime, baby. I guess I never confirmed if it's Bass or Base. But thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for being here. And thanks for using your Prime sub. Someone just ran there and popped painkillers. Winning the game shouldn't depend on how fast you can cheese it. I agree, to an extent. If somebody learns the cheekiness of the game and learns how to use that to their advantage, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Like, because there's like some things are like designed in the game. Oh, wow. You know, like developers sometimes will make design choices and put features in a game knowing that these are like things that you can do in the game to do better things in the game. A prime example of that would be like in Halo 1, grenade jumping. Halo 1, you know, grenade jumping was a thing where you could throw a grenade on the ground and it would kill you if you're on the grenade. But if you time it properly, and jump up right before the grenade explodes, you would be boosted into the air. You would take some damage, but you'd be boosted into the air and you could reach, you know, higher, harder to reach areas. And so that was like a big thing in the community as like, hey, this is a grenade jump feature, not a bug. And for people who learned how to like use that feature properly, you could get an advantage on your enemies who maybe didn't know about that, you know? So I feel like those kind of things in a game are good, fun, but there is a line that gets crossed. And like I was saying earlier, that line is going to be different for, you know, for a lot of people. And I think something like a reload cancel animation is probably not necessarily something that the developers intended to be min-maxed. You know, that's probably going to fall under the category of, we designed the reload thing a little bit odd. The timings are a little bit off. And because our timings are a little bit off, you can exploit it if you know about it. So like, you know, that may fall under the category of, this is kind of cheesy. We shouldn't be able to do this. Let's patch it out. I don't feel that way, but like I could totally see how somebody would see that and go, that shouldn't be in the game. Versus like Halo grenade jumping, where it's like, it's obvious that the physics engine was designed to have, you know, grenades propel you up. I'm gonna die here, aren't I? And so if you take advantage of that, you know, that shouldn't be considered cheating, exploit, or whatever. So question, should I get into the gas station or hunker down here? Oh, foldable shield. Come on. So annoying, dude. Like when you could throw a pan on C4. Yeah, that's actually a great point. That's a perfect one. Where it's like, you can tell the developers didn't think of that at first. Because C4 wasn't even around when the game was originally made with the pan. But the way the pan worked is it blocks everything. And if you throw it over C4 and you do it properly, you can block the explosion of the C4. Does it make sense? No, of course not. A iron cast skillet blocking C4? No. But it was like this cheeky little thing that if you knew about it and you did it right, because it was really... It's really hard to do. You could just at that angle where I can't really see him yet. You could exploit it, you know? But they patched that out. So I'm like, should they patch that out? These two guys are fighting. This guy won up here. Dude, I got a poo so bad right now. I'm not trolling. I've been having a poo for a hot minute this round. I debated just going to do it, but the way the circle kept moving, I couldn't afford it. Yeah, you could throw, if you threw a pan down on top of a C4 and the pan bounced in the right position, it would block the damage from the C4. Yeah. If I could own a PUBG gun IRL, what would it be? MG3. I'd have that thing hanging up on the wall right there. Surprise. Oh no, man. I'm stuck. Hey, what's he doing? What's he doing? Oh, besides killing me. Hey, what are you doing, silly? Why do you do that? Wait. The last guy in the gas station with me? Hello? No, it can't be. Was he? Maybe he was. I don't know. Maybe was he? I don't even know. Might have been under me the whole time. That's funny. I don't hear him though. He was. Bro, you were in the gas station the whole time? You were in the gas station the whole time? GG. Yeah, so if you had a C4, like if you threw a C4 in the ground and you threw the pan, and you see how the pan bounces a lot. If the pan bounced on the C4, it would completely block the C4 damage. That's been patched out, but like that's one of those things where like, do you patch that out as a developer? Or do you let like those kind of skill gap things stay in the game? You know? I don't know. Anyway, hit the button. Scratch.